What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. It hasn't been an hour since I dropped my most recent video. I was gonna do something about Nancy Mace, which I'm still doing in this video, but we got breaking news, and I can't ignore this. It's not gonna be Kash Patel. The new CIA director is gonna be none other than UFO friend John Ratcliffe, who used to be the director of national intelligence. There was one of his staffers who spoke to Sean Ryan in one of his shows, and he talked about how his staffers were denied a briefing on UFOs, and they just gave it to John Ratcliffe. He's the one who's going to take care of the CIA on Inauguration Day. This is huge because my previous video had already two confirmed, Rubio and Waltz, and they're both UFO advocates. But now John Ratcliffe, as director of the CIA, this is one of the most exciting news for people who are trying to find out what is happening with all of this. Potentially it could be, I don't know if tomorrow's hearing is going to be mind-blowing, but I hope so. I'm going to read to you guys a statement from President-elect Donald Trump. He says, "I am pleased to announce that former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe will serve as Director of the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA." A quote from that was right now uploaded by UAP Juan. Shout out UAP Juan, Planet Hunter 56. This is a quote from Ratcliffe himself that I am going to read to you guys so you know where he stands. This is what he says. This is what new CIA Director John Ratcliffe said when he was the Director of National Intelligence. He says, and I quote, "Frankly, there are a lot more sightings than have ever been made public. Some of those have been declassified. And when we talk about sightings, we're talking about objects that have been seen by Navy or Air Force pilots or have been picked up by satellite imagery. That frankly engage in actions that are difficult to explain. Movements that are hard to replicate that we don't have the technology for. I actually wanted to get this information out and declassify it before I left office, but we weren't able to get it down into an unclassified format that we were able to talk about quickly enough. And now he returns. And I'm thinking that he still has this on his mind. And as the director of the CIA, which is one of the agencies that has been pointed at for ages, we'll see what will happen. Because, whoa, I'm not sure if this is going to be dangerous even, But let me know what you think. And then the hearings are tomorrow. And we have 4 witnesses. They already released their statements. Links in the description. Pre-written statements where they talk about a lot of stuff. And if you guys don't remember, Michael Schellenberger recently released an article about a program called Immaculate Constellation. Immaculate Constellation. An unacknowledged special access program. And he spoke to a whistleblower who told him some really, really interesting things about this program. So today, and if you guys don't remember, Representative Nancy Mace did this at last year's hearings with David Grush. Here it is.
So my first question, I have several questions, and if we can just be quick on these first two, I'm going to ask each of you the same question, and then I'll get to each of you individually. The first one, when you reported your experiences with a UAP, did any of you face any repercussions with your superiors, yes or no?
No.
No. I've actually never seen anything personally, believe it or not. So.
All right. And then do you believe there's an active disinformation campaign within our government to deny existence of UAPs, yes or no?
I don't have an answer to that.
As previously stated publicly, yes.
I think previously with Project Blue Book, yes, but currently I don't speak for the United States government.
Okay, thank you. I have a few questions for Mr. Graves. What percentage of UAP UAP sightings, in your belief, go unreported by our pilots?
This is an approximation based off of my personal experience speaking with a number of pilots, but I would estimate we're somewhere near 5% reporting, perhaps.
So like 95% basically don't report seeing UAPs.
That's just my personal estimate.
In the incident off Virginia Beach, do you believe the Navy took the danger to your aircraft seriously after it was reported?
Absolutely.
A few questions for Mr. Favor. As an expert naval aviator, have you ever seen an object that looked and moved like the Tic Tac UAP?
No.
Did the Tic Tac UAP move in such a way that defied the laws of physics?
The way we understand them, yes.
Many dismiss UAP reports as classified weapons testing by our own government, but in your experience as a pilot, does our government typically test advanced weapon systems right next to multi-million-dollar jets without informing our pilots?
No, we have test ranges for that.
It took over 15 years for your encounter with the Tic Tac to be declassified. Do you feel there was a good reason to prevent lawmakers from having access to this footage?
No, I just think it was ignored when it happened, and it just sat somewhere in a file. Never got reported.
In a drawer. It happens a lot up here. Shocker. Mr. Gresh, a couple of questions for you too, sir, this morning. What percentage of UAPs do you feel are adequately investigated by the U.S. government, of the 5% that are reported?
I can only speak for my personal leadership over at NGA. I tried to look at every report that came through that I could triage. So,
do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security apparatus have unlawfully withheld information from Congress and subverted our oversight authority?
there are certain elected leaders that had more information that I'm not sure what they've shared with certain Gang of Eight members or et cetera, but certainly I would not be surprised.
Okay. You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency, what contractors, who should be called into the next hearing about UAPs, either in a public setting or even in a private setting? And you probably can't name names, but what agencies or organizations, contractors, et cetera, do we need to call in to get these questions answered, whether it's about funding, what programs are happening, and what's out there?
I can give you a specific cooperative and hostile witness list of specific individuals that were in those.
And how soon can we get that list?
I'm happy to provide that to you after the hearing.
Super. Thank you. And I yield back.
Yeah. So Nancy Mace just released a video of this, just a small snippet on her Twitter handle with the following tweet: "Accountability is coming." Before that, she made a revelation of what she's going to talk about with Michael Schellenberger as the witness. Under oath, she said, "We will be discussing these whistleblower reports tomorrow with Schellenberger." And she linked a News Nation article where Ross Coulthard talks with Schellenberger about Immaculate Constellation. So we're going to get more details on that. I did hear another researcher with Richard Dolan yesterday saying this about the program and about a potential new witness. Here it is.
Reveal the name Immaculate Constellation, and what is it something religious or no? It's actually quite clever. What Immaculate Constellation refers to is actually two different terms. Immaculate refers to the pristine nature of the materials within that program. The high-res videos, satellite video, the chain of custody, the quality of the eyewitnesses, the materials involved, the analysis involved. It is immaculate. It is smoking gun, no doubt about it, evidence. So that's why the first word immaculate is used. Constellation refers to, it's a string of programs that paints a picture of the UAP UFO phenomenon. So you have pristine materials and information within a constellation of programs. And as I was sharing with you offline, that's where this term Zodiac arose as a legacy, connected with the legacy program, because Zodiac refers to the entire panoply or the entire group of programs that house the subject. So you have Immaculate Constellation, and within that is Zodiac, which are all the programs.
So Immaculate Constellation is like an umbrella organization for, is that right?
An umbrella name. Okay. It's like saying NASA. Okay. You got NASA, and under NASA, you have the X-plane program. You have, Saturn and all these other different programs. Immaculate Constellation has its perfect material and information, and it's all these programs, and in that is Zodiac, and Zodiac.
Then maybe other programs in addition to Zodiac that may go into different directions. Zodiac presumably would be a materials acquisition program
some may be legacy engineering, some may be signals data, some may be just witness investigation or testimony, some may be archival, but it's that all these programs under Immaculate Constellation make up Zodiac.
It sounds like the mother lode for pretty much everything.
And that's why they're willing to kill over it.
Yeah.
When I first saw the list of witnesses, I go like, there are more people, involved in this. And I seriously believe that there are some that are being held back for their own protection. And that will be, surprise witnesses on Wednesday that haven't been made public.
You think that's possible?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe at least one, maybe two, and they're, I'm sure they're being well protected right now. They might not, I don't know where they are or what they're doing, but I'm sure that there's more than this, or could be. There's also
I'm not saying that you definitely know. Can I ask you though, hypothetically, if you may have known something or thought you heard something about any of these possible witnesses?
In fact, I know.
Not holding you to it. What are you able to say anything else about what they might know or what they might be able to contribute?
I have a name. I can't share the name, but I know the person is, an insider and has important information. And if they allow them to testify, it would be significant. I don't know how
would
much
you rate the significance as compared to the other four witnesses. We still need to talk about
equally as high, if not higher.
So if this happens, which I don't know if it will, this guy seems like a seasoned researcher, and he's with Richard Dolan, who's like the biggest UFO historian that I know of. Shout out to Richard. If this happens, that would be ideal, because most of the accounts that we're going to see tomorrow, I don't think will be new to the people who are following this topic. I hope they will. I hope they reveal new stuff, evidence. I've already told you guys this. But if this potential secret witness, which I'm not sure that will happen, does speak to Congress tomorrow under oath, I'm guessing this would be like the coup de grace, maybe. I don't know. But this did get my attention. So I want to hear what you guys think about this. And what do you guys think will be discussed by Nancy Mace at the hearing? Do you think her questions are going to be spicy like the last ones? Because she made some really good ones last year. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that potentially George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell are going to help out with, or are already helping out with, the information and questions for Congress that are going to be asked tomorrow, especially about Immaculate Constellation. They've been talking about how they knew about this program for a while. Maybe we're going to see statements from the other two alleged whistleblowers who are talking about this program. Who knows? And on another note, I'm going to be tomorrow with Kristian Harloff on his 2 channels at 11:30 Eastern Time, reacting to the hearings. So be there. Links in the description. We're going to be there engaging with you people in the chat. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. And just let me know what you think about Nancy Mace talking about this just a day before the hearings. And what do you expect from the hearings? I think that this is going to reach millions of people. That's the takeaway that I have from it. If we get something new out of it, I will be more than delighted. But I really think this is going to be a big day. So let me know what you think. If you like the content you see, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there's a bunch of links in the description. Take your pick. Thank you for the support, everybody. Thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Kristian's live stream. I'm excited. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, I have a guest tomorrow who's going to be a surprise guest. I'm not going to tell. See you tomorrow. Bye.